Hey guys, how's it going? In today's video, we're gonna do a balcony makeover. So this is our balcony right here. It overlooks our Versailles garden, and this space has been empty for 2 years since we moved in. So this is the year that we're finally ready to tackle it. So my whole hope with this video is just to give you guys a little bit of inspiration. Maybe you have a deck or a patio or a balcony like this one that you just don't really know how to make cozy and comfortable. So I just wanted to show you the process of what I'm gonna do to mine. So I'm starting with the foundation, which is gonna be this outdoor rug by Hampton Bay. It's 8 by 10 feet and has a fairly busy diamond pattern, which I really do like, but I think it'll become much more subdued looking when we get the furniture set up and on it. I went with these Beacon Park outdoor wicker lounge chairs. I think they're so pretty. Each one is a really nice size and super comfortable to sit in. I love the look of the dark colored wicker and the fact that they have wide armrests. The seat back cushions are reversible, where one side has a pattern but the other is neutral. I'm gonna go with the neutral side and I'll explain why in just a second. Next is the coffee table from the same collection. It's about 40 inches wide and almost 2 feet deep. It's got a faux wood slat top that's actually made of steel. I think that'll really help not only with cleaning but also with longevity. Of course, I do plan to bring out a couple of books and a houseplant or a fresh bouquet whenever we plan to entertain. I also picked up these trellis square throw pillows for each of the chairs, and that was the reason I went with the neutral color on the cushions. I think having both patterns plus the rug pattern would have been just a little bit too much. Now it's time to add some containers and plants, which is the fun part. I'm using 4 20-inch self-watering dot planters from Crescent Garden in the color Caviar Black. I really like to use black containers because they're so versatile, and I think that they go really well with the style of our house. And these are the best self-watering planters that I've found to date. And the other reason I'm using them is that they have a plug on the bottom that can prevent them from draining, which actually makes them great containers to use indoors. And while I'm not using them inside for this project, of course, I still don't want water to drain on the deck and make a big mess. I'm also using this Ellis planter from Crescent. It's 36 inches long and 10 inches deep. The perfect size of container, I think, for the edge of the balcony because it's not going to block our view. This container is not self-watering, but I have a plan to make it low maintenance. First, I'm going to epoxy pot feed on all 4 corners to raise the planter up a little bit more. Next, I'm going to use a little bit more of the epoxy to seal up one of the 4 drain holes that's on the bottom of the container. Then with 2 of the other drain holes, I'll run 2 larger drain tubes from them and then use a little epoxy around them to keep any water from dripping out. And then with the last drain hole, I'll run some drip tubing from the Proven Winners Waterwise kit up through the bottom of the hole and into the container and then seal that one. My goal is to have all the water drain from this container through the drain tubes I installed out the back into the gutters directly behind the planter. So now it's time to plant. The 20-inch dot planters take exactly 1 cubic foot of soil to fill. I'm using a Skyrocket Pennisetum as my centerpiece. This is such a pretty grass. I think the bright white variegation in this grass will contrast the color of the pot really pretty, and it gets nice and tall. It's going to be a great thriller centerpiece in this pot. Then I'm going to use 1 Sweet Caroline light green sweet potato vine, which are an amazing trailing plant. In fact, sweet potato vines trail so well that this is probably the only plant that I'll have to perform regular maintenance on. Then I'm going to use 3 Indigo Charm Supertunias, which are a really beautiful dark bluish purple color. I've actually never grown this specific variety before, so I'm really excited to see how they perform. Then I'm going to use 1 Supertunia Bubblegum for its really bright color and large blooms, and we all know how well Supertunia Bubblegum grows. And then 1 Diamond Frost Euphorbia, just because I really like this plant and having a pop of white is always really nice in an arrangement. All of these plants have similar water and light requirements and should be really happy planted together in these pots, and I think they look gorgeous even to start off with. For the Ellis planter, I hooked up 4 drip emitters, which I think should be plenty, but I'll be keeping my eye on it, so if I need to make any adjustments, I can. I hid the drip tube in the gutter, and the plan is to run it down the drain pipe and over to the faucet where we can tap into water. For this container, I didn't want anything too tall to obstruct the view, so I went with a row of perfectly pink Angelonia, which fill in really nicely but won't get too tall, and finished it off with a row of lemon coral sedum. I really wanted to use that bright sedum to 1, offset the black container, and then 2, to pick up the green that's in the other 4 containers. And that's pretty much it. I thought about getting a large umbrella, but honestly this area is shaded in the evening, which is when we'll be using it the most anyway, so I think it's fine with that one for now. I really love the way everything looks and I'm excited to start using it. I really hope you enjoyed this video and were able to gather a little bit of inspiration for any areas you might have at your home. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.